Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Oh man, I'm overwhelmed. I don't really know what I should be doing next, or I should be listening to. Let me go on social media and see what they're saying.
Well, we get back to the papa, spot of papa, take it up, say what team out, the dance have ready before she go to fit forward, if you cold punch, take it to number, do the secret on 745, to take, drink, go, and we go, he get back to speak to money, get, if you spring in the back, and we'll take you further, if you're screwed in there, but it's social media, but it's coming to
Oh god. Now I feel less overwhelmed. Not.
That's right, everybody. I brought Not back. Justin Timberlake is bringing sexy back. I'm bringing Not back. Yeah, watching a little bit too much of Wayne's World, I think. Party on, Garth. I guess. Oh man, never gets old. Go back and watch Wayne's World if you haven't watched it in a long time. So this might contradict our last week's episode, but you know what? I have to do it. Sometimes life comes up, and I'm going to use life as a teacher, as I always do, and I'm going to put that into this podcast episode. I have to record this podcast episode quickly. I'm unfortunately going to be missing the Shockbox show this weekend, which I really wanted to be at. I wanted to do the camera 2 for the Zoom meeting, and I wanted to be there in person for the show and meet everybody and talk about their work and see the show. But unfortunately, we had a death in the family, and my parents are coming into town late tonight, and we're going to get started with all of the fun shenanigans that go along with doing all that. It's sad, but, life comes and smacks you in the face sometimes, and you have to deal with it. I feel like I've been being smacked in the face for about 4 years straight now, and, it's just been really ruthless. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because nobody really wants to listen to a podcast about complaining about every single thing that you've been going through. But I will say it has been a great teacher for me. And maybe it can be a teacher for you as well. Both of these things, both the chronic illness that I've been going through and the death in the family, it really puts things into perspective. I've learned a lot over that time and over the past 4 years, over the past, day, 2 days now when we found out about this. And it really just puts stuff into perspective about what matters in life. And, I know we all go through this at some point in time. We all have incidents that happen in our lives that go, oh man, you know what? Why have I been worrying so much about this? Or why do I focus so much on this? Or this person doesn't care about me. Or you know what? I really just want to focus on traveling. Or I want to do this. Or I want to do that. It just puts stuff into perspective about what matters. And though I've been very limited in what I've been able to accomplish recently, it has laser focused me in on the things that matter and the people that matter in my life. And unfortunately, sometimes that's not many people. A lot of people don't really show up in bad periods of your life. Some people do. It really defines who your friends are. It really defines the people that you want to be giving your time to and reciprocating with, and the things that you want to be, just devoting your creativity to and your short time on this earth to. So I'm going to give an ironically quick episode today about the things that matter and using that framework as a deciding factor in almost everything you do. I know we've talked about this a tiny bit in the past as far as like the hell yes or no. I'm going to say hell yes or fuck no. That's my revision to that right now, because a lot of emotions have run high for me recently. A lot of things have not gone the way that I've wanted them to go, or certain things that I've poured my effort into have not transpired and have not really had really good outcomes. But what that has done for me, instead of dwelling on that and letting that pull me down, I'm using it as a framework for myself to say, well, you know what? These people have not been here. These people I'm not going to devote my time to. This, and this that I've been stressing out over every day and putting all my effort into really is not paying off, or there's just diminishing returns, or the ROI is not positive, or I'm not getting a lot of payoff for the effort or the time or the stress that I'm putting into certain things. So you just have to learn to recognize these things, especially in your art career, as you are pretty much an entrepreneur and you're the owner and founder and CEO of your life and your art. You have to make all these hard decisions yourself. And sometimes we can get bogged down in things that pull us down, things that don't matter, and things that get us caught up in the minutia, and then we lose our focus on the things that really matter. So today, in honor of those who have recently passed, and in honor of time lost and opportunities lost that I've had to go through in the past 4 years, I am going to focus this episode on just getting us all laser focused on what do you want to be putting your time and effort and energy into. Now, in order to do this exercise well, you really have to be able to exercise your empathy, or you really have to be able to exercise your ability to visualize or to put yourself in another person's shoes, or just be able to put yourself into the future, into a position of where you're going through something that is dire or unfavorable, and really understanding how that is going to mold your perspective and mold your choices moving forward. And if we can do that, it's a little bit of a life hack, because a lot of people wait till they hit rock bottom, or a lot of people wait till something horrible happens for it to be a teachable moment, or for them to really go, this really illuminates what I'm doing wrong and what I should be focusing my life on. So it's a hack, kind of. If you can just take some time and put yourself in that situation, it might be a little unpleasant at the moment, but if you can do it, and if you can do it well, and you can use that, store that away as something that matters. I know there's this girl I dated a long time ago, and I really wanted to be with her. This was in high school, and we had a little brief thing, and it was really kind of magical, and she kicked me to the curb, really, in a sense, because she had a heart issue, and she was like, you know what, I just don't know how much longer I'm going to live, and I want to get the most out of life that I can. And I remember at the time just going like, oh man, but we could be something good. And looking back on it, I can't really say that I blame her now, knowing what I know and knowing what I've been through in life. It is really kind of an interesting and positive framework. And you know what, if you end up, let's say they have some miracle cure down the road, or something happens that, extends your life, or takes away your pain, or takes away whatever this obstacle is in front of you, it's still a positive framework to have moving forward, because it just focuses you and forces you to not waste your time anymore, to have that kind of hell yes or fuck no attitude to stuff. Now, I'm not saying be a dick. Of course not. We should all be positive. We should all be conscious people, and we should all be dealing with people the way we want to be dealt with. So that doesn't mean just saying, no, screw you, get out of my way, or I'm not talking to you anymore, you have not been there for me, or screw you, I'm now going to seek retribution for the things that you've done to me. No, it doesn't mean that. You can still be the bigger person. You can still deal with these situations in a conscious manner of saying, look, I'm choosing to focus on this, and this at the time. Maybe we can revisit this down the road, or whatever you have to do to kind of get these people to understand why you have this framework. There's a conscious way to do it. But really, once you do that, I think it does just take away all of the excuses, take away all of the boundaries, take away all of the minutia, all of the crap that's just clogging up your pipes. It just frees that up for you to flow with life and really just get focused on what you want to do. So I don't want to beat this into the ground. I don't want to beat this into your heads too much. What I want you to do is think about some stuff that's been holding you back. Think about some stuff that you've been allowing to have happen in your life, or some people you've been allowing to kind of control your perspective, or control your emotions, or hinder you in any way, whether that's through trauma or manipulation or whatever it is. Let's get clear on this today. Let's think about this. Let's ponder this today, because the Living Artist podcast is about what it means to be an artist in general, which is what it means to be a human in general. And all of these things factor into our ability to create and to be good and to thrive as artists and as human beings in this life. So the better you can get at knowing yourself and knowing these blockages, or knowing how to deal with these people who are being emotional vampires or manipulating you or just taking up your time or just a big artistic time suck in your life, the better you can deal with that, the more time you're going to free up for yourself to be free and to create at your best and to thrive. So that's just something I wanted to leave you with today. Something that we can all learn from these horrible moments that happen to us in life. But if you're able to meditate on it, if you're able to die before you die, if you're able to project yourself or visualize yourself in one of these situations, you can do this now. You can do this today. And you can do it without feeling the horrible feelings or the rock bottom that it typically takes somebody to come to these conclusions. So that's all I want you to think about today. As I'm thinking about it, as I'm pondering it, I'm going to go now and get ready to be with my family and be present for that this weekend. Unfortunately, I will not be at the Shockbox show. I will be there in spirit with all of you who, are putting on a great show and maybe wanted to talk to me or see me there. And I definitely wanted to see you and be there and see your work as well. Just know that it was for a good cause that I missed this show. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you are thriving. Hope you're not dealing with any of these life and emotional and artistic and time sucks that I'm talking about. But if you are, this is a great perspective you can take and apply to your life today and hopefully enhance your art and life. So thanks for listening, everybody. We will see you on the next episode. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everybody you care about out there. And let's all just be focused on the things that truly matter in our lives. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
And we're back with the 5 or more minutes of the last and we take it to the rejected
Okay. That's enough. Let's slow this down and see what's really happening.
Oh man, I'm really tired. I just want to stop talking, have a drink, and take a nap.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Things are not always as they seem. Can I get a hell yes? Oh, brother, I'm having fun. Not.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.